Hi students, welcome to the another session. It is part 2 of combustion, fuels and flames lesson of our 8th class physics. Today we are going to see some important topic, that is what is necessary for executing the process of combustion. This is what we are going to see, which is being mentioned in our textbook. As per the textbook page number, what I have is what is needed for the process of combustion. That's what is the question. What is needed for the process of combustion. This is the question we have on page number 108. To answer this, we are going to conduct one activity, that is activity 2 that we are going to perform, and we have one lab activity. By these two, we will come to a conclusion. At the last of this session, we will conclude what is needed. So first activity 2 will be write activity 2 is giving that testing the necessity of air for burning. Okay, that is we are going to test, that is air is necessary for burning. In order to perform the combustion reaction or burning, in order to execute the process of burning, there is a need of air. Okay, that's what is our activity. Okay, to do this, we have to take a transparent glass we have to take, or a glass which is made up of glass, a transparent glass, a candle we have to take. Okay, so take a small burning candle and put it on a table. Okay, we have to take a small burning candle. We have to take a small burning candle and we have to put it on a table. Okay. Now what we have to do, invert a glass tumbler over it. The candle continues to burn for some time, then flickers and finally flame goes off. Okay. Next what we have to do, we have to invert a glass tumbler . We have to invert a glass tumbler over this burning candle and we have to observe. We notice that the flame of this candle burns for some time, then afterwards it starts flickering, then finally after few seconds it will turn off. Okay, this is one case number 1. First case what we did and what we observed. Next what we have to do in second case, again we have to remove this glass tumbler out, remove the glass tumbler and again light the candle. Then again we have to remove this glass tumbler, again we have to, in second case, case 2, we have to remove the glass tumbler, again we have to light this candle. Now put the tumbler back over the candle. Again we have to put the tumbler back over this candle. Again we have to put. When the candle flame begins to flicker, remove the tumbler. When the candle flame starting flickering, slowly we have to remove the tumbler. Okay, what do we notice? Okay, what happens to the candle? Notice carefully, that's what we have found. We find that putting the glass tumbler over the candle cuts off the supply of air and the candle flame goes off. In case 1, what do we observe? Whenever we are inverting or putting the candle inverted on the burning candle, the supply of air to the candle is being cut off. cut off, and the candle starts burning for some time due to how much, due up to how much amount of oxygen is present in the candle. Once the oxygen in the candle is being utilized by this candle, as the oxygen percentage in the candle is getting less, the flame of the candle starts flickering. The flame of the candle starts flickering, and finally the flame puts off in first case. Now what in the second case what we did, that is in first case. In second case what it did, whenever we are going to invert the candle, invert this glass tumbler over the burning candle, it utilizes, it burns without any disturbance until there is the presence of oxygen in the candle. Once the oxygen percentage becomes low, or when the oxygen gas is getting finished in this glass tumbler, the flame of the candle starts flickering. Okay, while it starts flickering, slowly we have to take out this glass tumbler. This shows removing of this glass tumbler will again starts giving the supply of oxygen to this candle, makes the candle to burn without any disturbance. This shows that this experiment proves that air is needed for burning the material. Okay, that means how much amount of, as much as the time the air is supplied to this candle, the flame of the candle, it starts continuing, it's glowing continuously, it was glowing, and as there is a supply of oxygen to the flame, as there is a supply of oxygen to that, supply of air or oxygen to that flame. Some other experiment needed to be conducted to prove the oxygen presence in the air supports the combustion. So here in this small activity case 1 and case 2, we notice that the supply of air, when the supply of air has been cut off, okay, when the supply of air is been cut off, when we are inverting the glass tumbler over the burning candle, the candle is turned off or is put off, because there is no air which is present in the tumbler. The candle was burning without any problem until the air in the glass tumbler was utilized by this flame. Once the total air is consumed by this flame of the candle starts flickering, and finally it will be put off because there is no supply of air. Okay. The second case, whenever it was flickering, whenever we are just removing the tumbler, again the supply of air is being restored to the flame, so the flame burns without any problem. Okay, the flame starts burning without any issue, starts continues its burning. Okay, this shows that in order to burn any material, there is a need of, in order to burn the material, there is a need of air. This air is must to burn some substance. Okay, so what do we need for the process of combustion? Before we are going to see testing the necessity of air for burning. So what we conclude here, the air is necessary. From this activity we conclude that the air is necessary for burning any material. Okay, that's what is an activity. To answer this question, only conducting this simple activity may not be sufficient. We will see air is nothing but the presence of air in terms of presence of oxygen is mainly playing a role in order to make this candle to burn continuous its flame. Okay, now let's see, let's conduct a lab activity. Let's conduct a lab activity to enhance our understanding, to expand our understanding even more in a detailed manner. Okay, that is lab activity, which is being page number stated in page number 109. the aim of the lab activity is to prove that oxygen helps in burning. What is the lab activity? Aim of the lab activity is to prove that oxygen helps in burning. To prove that oxygen helps in burning. Let's see, to do this, materials required: a test tube is needed, test tube holder is needed, spirit lamp we want, matchbox, incense stick, that is agarbatti we want, and potassium permanganate crystals we want. Okay, what are the materials required? Every time whenever you are writing lab activity, it should be started with some headings. Lab activity, that is aim. What is the aim? Okay, whenever we are writing any lab activity, it consists of five headings, minimum 5 headings. That is aim of the activity, what are the materials required, what is the procedure that we are going to perform, and what is our observation, what is our conclusion. Based on our observation, what do we conclude at the final stage. Okay, these are the 5 headings you have to keep in mind while writing an activity or a lab activity. Okay, aim is to prove that oxygen is helping in burning. Materials required. The materials required segment: test tube is needed, test tube holder is needed, spirit lamp is needed, matchbox is needed, incense stick, that is agarbatti is needed, potassium permanganate crystals. Apart from all, the main substance is potassium permanganate crystals. Potassium permanganate crystals. This potassium permanganate, the chemical formula of potassium permanganate is Km small n capital O4. Okay, Kmn O4. Kmn, K as one element, one substance, Mn as one substance, O, oxygen as one substance. Okay, KMnO4. This is the potassium permanganate chemical formula. These all are required. Now what you have to do? Take a test tube. And take a test tube and hold this test tube. Hold this test tube with the test tube holder. Take a test tube, hold that test tube with the test tube holder. Okay, now insert some or put some potassium permanganate crystals. That is KMnO4 crystals. Insert some potassium permanganate crystals. We have to insert some potassium permanganate crystals, and we have to take a spirit lamp. We have to light on the spirit lamp, and this test tube we have to take near the flame of. You have to bring the test tube near the flame of. We have to bring this test tube, which contains potassium permanganate crystals, near the flame of this spirit lamp. Okay, that we have to handle this and take the help of your friend, or before doing this you light a incense stick, agarbatti, and after it burning for few seconds, 10 seconds, you turn off the flame of that agarbatti and keep it aside. Okay, before going to do that, you have to turn on an agarbatti, light on the agarbatti after it burns for 10 seconds. you have to put off the flame. Whenever you are putting off the flame, it even starts burning, the agarbatti even starts burning, but without a flame. Okay, that you have to keep aside before doing all this. Now whenever we are catching, after lighting of agarbatti and keeping it aside, we have to take a test tube and then you have to fill handle with the test tube holder. Then we have to fill the potassium permanganate crystals. You have to bring this potassium permanganate crystal and introduce to the spirit lamp. We notice whenever the heat is applied to this test tube, after few minutes, we notice that some gas is being evolved or coming out from this test tube. Gas is evolved coming out from the test tube. Okay. Now, when the gas starts evolving or is coming out of the test tube, what we have to do? We have to bring this agarbatti, that stuck agarbatti, which does not have the flame but even start it's burning. We have to bring this agarbatti and we have to insert. We have to bring this agarbatti and we have to insert in the mouth of. We have to bring to near the mouth of this test tube. Okay. When we bring that incense stick near this mouth of this test tube where the potassium permanganate crystals are heated and as it is releasing some gas, we notice that the stuck agarbatti catches fire again. Okay, that is who is responsible. This is what is our observation. Now, why this happens? Why this incense stick is able to catch the fire again? Is because whenever the potassium permanganate crystals are introduced or whenever they are heated, it releases oxygen gas. It releases which gas? It releases oxygen gas. And as the oxygen gas is released from this test tube, and whenever we are bringing this stubbed incense stick, this incense stick again starts fire. Okay? That is, making this incense stick to catch fire again is the evidence or is the proof that the gas evolved from this potassium permanganate is oxygen, and this in turn shows that to burn or to get a flame or to perform the combustion, okay, for burning the oxygen which is liberated when this potassium permanganate is heated is helpful for burning this incense stick or catching the fire again. This activity shows that from this activity we conclude that to burn or to catch a fire or to burn, oxygen is very much needed. Okay, so what is our question is what is needed for the process of combustion? So after conducting the small activity and our lab activity, what do we conclude? What is needed for the process of combustion is oxygen, that is supply of air. Actually, from the activity we came to know that is the supply of air is needed for the process of burning, or in specific, if you write in detail, even specific, if you say that is the oxygen gas is so much helpful. Oxygen gas is so much helpful, or it contributes or is needed for executing the process of combustion. That is, the combustion is the process or a chemical reaction which is taken by which is being executed by the oxygen in order to burn some substance. Okay, that is the combustion reaction. That is, to perform this combustion reaction, or burning, the oxygen, the presence of oxygen is must. Okay, that's what is our. So what does the incense stick? See, how does the incense stick start burning? you observe that the stick burns with a flame, hence oxygen support combustion by helping agarbatti to burn with a bright flame. Okay, this is how is our activity is going to give the conclusion is some examples are there. Suppose whenever there is, we have stated that oxygen or air is needed for burning some substance. Suppose a candle is been burning. If we blow the air, if air with a high speed is going to come, air with high speed is going to blow through that candle, the candle gets put off. Why this happens? Or sometimes the object catch fire, the fire is put off by covering the sand and blanket. Otherwise, whenever some object is catching a fire, we are going to cover that object with the sand or any other blanket, is also making that fire to put off. Why? Keeping the sand, putting the sand or covering it in the blanket, we are stopping the flow of oxygen, which is going to be enhanced, which is going to be helping the process of burning. So covering that burning substance with sand and blanket makes and cut off that supply of oxygen, so that we can prevent that materials from the burning. Okay, so from this activity, what do we conclude at the final stage? The examples and activities discussed above shows that combustion takes place only in the presence of air, that is specifically in the presence of oxygen. Okay, this is our conclusion is. Okay, so from this activity and lab activity, we came to know for a conclusion that in order to execute the process of combustion, air is needed, or in specific oxygen is needed. That is, oxygen is supporting for executing the process of combustion. Okay, this is a small session regarding our activity and a lab activity which have the lab activity and lab activity, which is going to give the information or answer for what is needed for the process of combustion. Now, did you get that answer? What is needed for the process of combustion? Can you say the answer? Yes, air is needed. That is, in specific, oxygen is needed for the for executing the process of combustion. Okay, I hope you understood. As a homework, you have to write this activity and the lab activity in your notes, which I am going to send through the WhatsApp, which is going to help you how to write. Okay, and keep in mind, every activity should have, whenever we are writing an activity or lab activity, that should have aim, material required segment, procedure segment. Procedure is that what we are going to do in that activity, and observation segment. In observation segment, we will write what do we observe. See, all bringing the matchstick is up to observation, up to procedure. Bring a matchstick bring the incense stick near the mouth of the potassium permanganate, mouth of the test tube which contains potassium permanganate, which is been heated. That is a procedure. What do we observe? We observe that the flame of the incense stick is restored. That is observation. Conclusion. Now, after the observation, we will conclude. We will conclude what do we have understood from this activity. Like this, minimum 5 segments should be there for the lab activity, for writing any activity or lab activity. I hope you understood this session. I'll send the notes through the WhatsApp so that it will be helpful for you. Thank you. Have a nice day.